Hey everybody, it's good to see y'all. Been a while. We're out in the shop, per usual, but we have an interesting one here, and I figured it would be worth a trials and tribulations deal. So what we have is a 2007 Honda Fit. Let me swing you around here to take a look. 1.5. It's an '07, so they had gone back. Well, I'm sorry, they had gone to timing chains. By then, it's no belt. Came in running rough. You start this thing up cold, put it in gear, it would run so rough it would stall. But no codes. No codes. I don't even know if it showed any. I don't think it showed any misfires. I didn't like that. Should have shown it for the way it was running. What we had done so far was took this off, cleaned the throttle body. I want to make sure it wasn't all gunked up, holding the idle down and getting, because it's a learned value with an electronic throttle body. Did some spark plugs because they looked rough. Some dielectric grease. Checked the boots, make sure nothing was arcing. We sprayed the intake and all down, looking for a vacuum leak possibly. Ran some induction cleaner through it. It ran a little bit better. We went back. I realized my fuel trims were still negative, both of them, by a fair amount. I did not like that. So I went back to the data list and saw those fuel trims. So then we had to go, because I'm no genius, had to go to old Google, and somebody said something about these are still mechanically adjusted or manually adjusted valves. Toyota, when they had gone to timing chains, most of them went to a hydraulic lifter. So Honda had not done that with this one. So we adjusted the valves. Let me show you some little tips on that. Alright, now to do this, you really only have to take this top side of the intake off. And there's this wiring right here, there's clipped in. There's a bolt back here, 12. Take that bracket off, it makes it real easy. Got your brake booster. You got to get the air box out, which you get 210s, the sensor, there's a hose. You get that all loose. Your the clamp down here, this little thing here, it is a 5.5 millimeter, and you can take it out if it's so rusted or if the Phillips head is stripped out of it. So you get that out. Valve body, 4 bolts, no big deal. This part of the intake, you have 3 bolts across the top, 1, 2, 3, 2 down here. They all go into a top and bottom each has a bracket. This is where it bolts to. So this hole is a plate, comes off. Bottom's a plate with 2 studs for the nuts. Pretty cake. There is a 10 millimeter back behind the map sensor, straight down here. It goes through a bracket and into the intake. You take that 10 out, take these out, push the intake back a little bit to get your studs out at the bottom there. Move that plate back a little bit, get those out and clear, and then you just tilt this and bring it out with that to get out around that bracket. Pretty cake. Valve cover comes right off. You got to get your hose off here. No big deal. I think the adjustment was 6 thou intake, 10 thou in the exhaust. The timing gear, when you take this off, you spin it around and it says up on the gear. Literally, it says up. You put that at the 12 o'clock, that's number 1. Do all 4 valves in number 1. You spin it over some more, and I forget what the firing order was, but shoot, what was it? 2 maybe? I think it was 2. The number 2 was literally on the gear. You bring that up to 12 o'clock. You do number 2 cylinder. You go around again. I think it comes 4, and then it would be 3. So you bring each number up to 12 o'clock, and then you do that cylinder. Makes it really nice. I like that. That was pretty cool. Alright, now as you can see, fuel trim right now looks pretty good. Before we did this, short term was in the teens, negative teens, and so was long term. So it had over 25 total, which I knew something was going on, but I didn't quite figure it out as quick as I would have liked. But a little research goes a long way, and we got it going way better. And if you can listen to it, goes into gear, still stays up. Before, when we put this thing in gear, it would go put, 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 and die when it was cold. Now you put it in gear, and it stays pretty smooth. That was a new one for me. Alright, so there you go. Learn something new every day. Supposed to. You gotta learn something new every day. Don't be scared. Can't be scared to try it. Can't be scared to research it. Can't be scared to say, I'm not really sure about this. Let's figure it out. So we got this one fixed up. I'm gonna go over a couple more things and ship her out of here. Bring in the next one. So we'll see what kind of cool stuff we get into next. Y'all have a good one.